All aboard! The gravy train steams into Kent tonight. Our reporter will be live outside the Student Center in just a moment.
Hurricane Ian is making its way through Florida. We have updates on President Biden's response.
And plans for student debt forgiveness could be disrupted in certain states. Find out which ones in just a bit.
It's National Starbucks Day. There is still a time to celebrate with a nice cup of joe. Find out how we here at TV2 are celebrating. All this and more as your TV2 News starts right now.
This is TV2 News.
Good Thursday evening, Portage County, and thank you for joining us. I'm Nathan Welsh.
And I'm Olivia Sharp. We start tonight with the Kent State Homecoming Concert that is taking place tonight in the Student Center.
Our reporter, Kennedy Gotham, is live outside the concert venue as students begin to line up. Kennedy, how's the line looking right now?
Hi guys, students are already lined up outside of the Kent State Student Center for the Young Gravy Homecoming Concert. Tickets sold for $20 a piece, and within hours of USG announcing Young Gravy's performance, tickets were sold out. His fans are known as the Gravy Train, and many of his followers know him from his TikTok platform. Over the summer, his TikTok blew up and his songs have millions of streams. Alongside Young Gravy is Kent State student DJ Smills opening the show. And USG posted to Instagram yesterday their list of what to know before you go. They said the concert is general admission, so the first people in line will be the first people let into the ballroom. Bags and outside food or drinks will not be permitted. No cameras or professional photo equipment will be allowed in the ballroom. USG wants to remind those on the Gravy Train to have your ticket and flashcard ready to go so you can get in the door with ease. Reminder that the doors open at 7 p.m. and do not forget your ticket. Reporting from outside the Kent State Student Center, I'm Kennedy Gotham, TV2 News.
Thanks, Kennedy. And unlike previous years, USG only spent $55,000 on the concert, according to their contract with Young Gravy.
The contract also shows that he requested a pair of white Nike Air Force Ones and a bottle of liquor that was denied.
And tomorrow is the last day to vote for the homecoming court. Undergraduate students have until noon to cast their votes. The winners will be announced at the homecoming football game on Saturday. For more information, visit kent.edu/homecoming.
Kent State's Homecoming International Celebration is tomorrow in the Student Center at 5 p.m. to kick off homecoming weekend for students around the world. Kent State students and alumni will be showcasing their cultures with performances from around the world during the event. There will be food, music, and different activities to enjoy tomorrow afternoon.
And Kent State is being recognized for the 10th consecutive year for their commitment to diversity with the 2022 Higher Education Excellence in Diversity Award by Insight into Diversity magazine. Kent State is one of 4 public Ohio universities to receive the award. This is due to many categories of diversity, including gender, race, ethnicity, veterans, people with disabilities, and members of the LGBTQ+ community.
During an undergraduate student government meeting on Wednesday, Kent State's Assistant Vice President for Student Engagement and Services, Gary Goldberg, addressed recent concerns of mold found in residence halls. He said that of the 450 dorms affected by mold and mildew, 40% of them have been cleaned by the university's facility management. Goldberg also said that the university does not plan on providing financial compensation to any students impacted or in close proximity to mold and mildew.
Hello everyone in Kent State and Portage County. I am Collin Lewis with your weather report. Let's get right into it. Currently in Kent, it is a nice balmy 60 degrees. Feels like it's 59. Dew point's about 47 degrees, so that makes humidity about 61. No rain today, I'm thankful, but just maybe a little bit. Wind, not gonna knock you over. Southwestern wind at around 7 miles per hour. Visibility's at 19 miles. Let's zoom out into our here we go, our Northeast Ohio temps. So you can see toward the lake, we got high 50s, low 60s, around 60 around central Northeast Ohio. If we zoom out again, You can see it gets a little toastier for mid to high 60s down in southern Ohio. Cincinnati is feeling a little bit warm, but that will change. Thank you, everyone. I've been Collin Lewis. Tune in later for our 7-day forecast. Thank you.
And more Ohio K-12 students were chronically absent for the 2021-22 school year than the previous 2 years of the COVID-19 pandemic. Chronically absent students are children who miss at least 10% of the academic year. Urban school districts have in some cases triple or quadruple the chronic absentee rates of comparable suburban schools. This is due to remote learning as well as economic factors.
A new report shows that dozens of buses across Northeast Ohio have not passed their inspections. School buses must be checked annually as well as whenever they are new. There are 3 various violations that a bus can have. Something as minor as missing items in a first aid kit, all the way to emergency alarms not working when the emergency exits are opened. 2 violations will take a bus off the road.
And Ravenna's planners are considering approval for a medical marijuana dispensary. This would be the second medical marijuana dispensary in Portage County, as the City of Kent's Planning Commission approved a dispensary called Bliss, Ohio, in August. Ravenna's Mayor Frank Saman says no decision will be made until after a public hearing, which is to be held at 6 p.m. on October 25th. And President Biden made a statement in regards to Hurricane Ian today. Find out what he had to say next.
The National Record of Scotland has published Queen Elizabeth II's cause of death. The full report ahead.
The College of Public Health at Kent State University prepares students for careers in some of today's most exciting health fields. Public health professionals impact lives by monitoring clinical trials, advocating for mental health, supporting active lifestyles, and more. The College of Public Health also offers open courses for any major, including its most famous course, Zombie Outbreak. Public health students can even study abroad and are encouraged to join the Public Health Student Alliance. For more information, visit kent.edu/public health. Public health, solving our problems together.
Welcome back. Many consumers have found increased prices at stores due to inflation.
That's right, and TV2's Mysja Blackshear has more in today's Consumer Watch. Mysja?
Hey guys, thank you. I'm Mysja Blackshear with some consumer news for you. Ohio may soon make it a crime to raise prices on baby formula. Price gougers could face the first-degree misdemeanor charge along with a $1,000 fine. This has been a universal issue since the baby formula shortage started in May. A year's worth of baby formula could cost anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500. And as of late August, 23% of baby powder formula has been out of stock. And as interest rates and prices rise, used cars are becoming out of reach for some car shoppers, which is bad news for CarMax. The largest used car dealership reported Thursday that its earnings dropped more than 50%. The company blamed inflation for raising car prices, interest rates, and low consumer confidence. Car prices have been climbing up for the past 2 years as shortages of part-specific consumer chips has limited supply amid strong consumer demand. Amazon has increased their starting salary for delivery and warehouse workers from $18 to more than $19 per hour. Starting in October, Amazon employees will earn between $16 to $26 an hour, depending on the position. The company is preparing for their peak season as the holidays approach, and they hope that increased wages will attract more employees to keep up. Bed Bath & Beyond announced Thursday that they lost $366 million during its latest quarter. According to Bed Bath & Beyond, customers are not interested in what they are offering. They also said many stores have been out of stock of the high-demand items. The company is working to avoid bankruptcy by making adjustments, including removing a third of its own brands and adding well-known brands in their place. That's all I have for today's Consumer Watch. I'm Mysja Blackshear for TV2 News.
On Thursday following Hurricane Ian's landfall on U.S. shore. Biden also added that those without insurance will be eligible for over $37,000 for home property repairs.
Floridians can also get an additional $37,000 for loss of property from a missing wedding ring to a missing car. Biden closed by praising first responders and urging people to not go outside unless absolutely necessary.
Now we'll toss things over to Collin with a look at our local temperatures.
Collin, what weather can we expect?
Thank you, guys, and thank you for staying ahead of the storm. Let's get right into our weekly forecast. Starting with tonight, you can see 9 p.m. through 3 a.m. It's going to go from 49 degrees to a really chilly 41 degrees. Mostly clear skies across the whole night, except midnight you might see some wispy clouds. For tomorrow, you see it is 66 degrees. It'll heat up a little bit. It is partly cloudy. It is a low of 39 degrees. No rain, and visibility will be about 13 to 22 miles, around the same as today. And sunset will be at 7:09 p.m. And with our 7-day forecast, you can see as we get down to the week, it will heat up toward the mid-week with 66, 67, 70 toward Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And during the weekend, it will be a little rainy and cloudy, but that will only keep the temps nice and low for us. Thank you. I've been Collin Lewis, staying ahead of the storm. Keep on us at kentwire.com for more weather updates and news. Thank you.
Ahead of the midterm elections, a new poll shows about half of Latinos don't see a great deal of difference in what the Republican and Democratic parties stand for. It also found more Latinos say Democrats work harder to earn their votes than Republicans. Only 70% of those polled see that as positive. The survey was conducted in August among a randomly selected sample of more than 3,000 Latino adults.
And the Senate voted 72 to 25 to pass a funding bill to avert a government shutdown. The bill also includes $12 billion in aid for Ukraine and $1 billion for emergency aid and natural disaster relief. The bill now moves to the House, where it is expected to pass as well, and President Biden is expected to sign the bill into law before the government is forced to shut down Friday due to lack of funding.
We just went through 4 years of watching a political impeachment. We've watched 4 years of what we learned even today, that Adam Schiff first lies to the American public. Now we find out he went to freshmen, to those Democrats, to write that article because they knew Nancy Pelosi would move for impeachment. It was all predetermined. We will uphold the law. We will not play politics with it, but we will do whatever in the nature that the rules and facts take us to.
6 Republican-led states are suing President Biden in an attempt to block the student loan forgiveness program from taking effect. The suit was filed in Missouri today by state attorneys general from Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska, Arkansas, South Carolina, and by legal representatives from Iowa. The administration plans on rolling out the student loan forgiveness plan in October.
The Justice Department is requesting delays of interim deadlines from the special master overseeing the review of documents taken from former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort. The court order says it expects Trump will pay the invoices to a vendor in a prompt fashion. This new filing also highlights what the DOJ claims are objections from Trump's legal team, although there are currently no public filings on the docket.
And Queen Elizabeth II's cause of death has been officially declared as old age. National Records of Scotland published the Queen's death certificate today, revealing she died at 3:10 p.m. on September 8th at Balmoral Castle in Scotland. The cause of death is listed as old age.
Got Java, it's National Coffee Day, and a fan favorite coffee brand is also celebrating their own holiday. Find out more after the break.
The race for the NL East is heating up. Could the Mets keep pace at home against the Marlins last night? I've got the highlights next.
And now, your TV2 Sports Report.
What's up, Portage County? I'm Ryan Shanko, and I'm here to take you around the wild, wild world of sports. So let's jump right into it. We're going to start with our Golden Flash field hockey team, KSU traveling to Ohio University and then Ohio State this weekend. putting their 2-0 MAC record on the line against the Bobcats on Saturday before traveling to Columbus to take on the Buckeyes this Sunday. Kent State's calling card this season has been their defense, and they are led by goalie Cecile Von Eyck, who's 9th in the nation in saves per game with 6.6 and has 2 shutouts on the year, tied for the lead in the MAC. The Kent State women's soccer team currently is in action in Kalamazoo, Michigan, taking on the Western Michigan Broncos. The Flashes came into today's game with a 2-0 conference record after wins against Ohio and Akron. The Broncos attack got off to a fast start, scoring 3 goals in the first 45 minutes, but Kent responded as Sienna Stambolic found the back of the net to bring the halftime deficit to 3-1. For updates on the second half of tonight's matchup, visit KentStateSports.com. And now we're going to go to Citi Field. We start in the top of the 4th inning as Ryan De La Cruz goes yard off of Tawan Walker, and that gives the Marlins a 2-0 lead early. Now Walker back against the wall. That's a full count with bases loaded, but he gets it done. He strikes out Brian Anderson, and the Mets have some life. Now bottom of the 7th inning. It's Eduardo Escobar. He goes yard deep into the New York night, and that gets the Mets off the ground. It's 4-2 after that home run. Now Escobar again, bases loaded. He pokes one into the hole on the first base side, and Pete Alonso beats the throw home. That is going to tie the game. Eduardo Escobar coming up big, but he's not done. Escobar again, he walks it off in Metland. Francisco Lindor comes around, beats the throw home, and the Mets win this one in 10, 5-4, and that gives them a 1-game lead going into a critical series with the Braves. Now we roll into a look at tonight's matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and Miami Dolphins. Miami's Tua Tagovailoa and Cincy's Joe Burrow did battle in college in 2019 and treated fans to one of the best college football games of all time. I think tonight has potential to be a similar spectacle that the Bengals will win at home 28-27. Thank you for rocking with me, guys. I've been Ryan Shanko with your TV2 Sports Report. Everyone have a safe and wonderful weekend.
Spooky season is in full swing. Check out a house inspired by a classic Disney Halloween movie. It'll make you run amok, amok, amok.
The Hocus Pocus house is now available to rent on Airbnb. The house, used as a filming location for the 1993 Halloween classic, is located in Salem, Massachusetts. The cottage will host 2 guests for an exclusive stay on October 20th for the low price of only $31. But the listing will be offered by Airbnb at 1 p.m. on October 12th, so mark your calendars.
It is National Starbucks Day. Celebrate one of America's favorite coffee chains by picking up a cup today. The very first Starbucks opened at Pike Place in Seattle in 1971. Today, there are only over 15,000 in the United States. You can celebrate the holiday by visiting one of 2 Starbucks in Kent and trying a new drink. That sounds pretty good to me, guys. What do you think?
Oh boy.
I love me some coffee. I get coffee from the dining hall every morning, and that's why I can do this like now today. And that is all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us. For updates on all these stories and more, visit our website at kentwired.com.
And our social media on all platforms at Kent Wired. I've been Olivia Sharp.
And I'm Nathan Welsh. Have a great night, Portage County.